It's the oldest rivalry in Cache Valley, the Logan Grizzlies and the Skyview Bobcats, and we've got it for you tonight on the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel. Skyview comes to Logan to visit the 9-5 Grizzlies. Skyview comes in at 11-2. Skyview number 2 in 4A, and three guys are really their three-headed monster in Tanner and Carter Davis and Hayden Howell. They average about 40 points per ball game between the three of them, but there's really nobody on that Skyview team, especially with that starting five, that you can ignore because they all know what to do with it. Justin Anderson knows how to score the basketball for Logan. What will Skyview throw at him to try to slow down one of 4A's top scorers, and who for Logan will come forward to help him out if they want to pull the upset? Should be a good one. Stick around. The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is coming up next.
Wendy's is saying thanks for making the Junior Bacon Cheeseburger America's #1 bacon cheeseburger by giving you more of what you love. Introducing Wendy's Giant Junior Bacon Cheeseburger. Double the beef, double the bacon, and now it comes in a giant meal for $5. With nuggets, fries, and a drink. There's absolutely nothing junior about it, except the price. Get Wendy's $5 Giant Junior Bacon Cheeseburger meal before it's gone.
Bring back what you've been missing. Bring back Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Bring back what you've been missing. Bring back Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology.
I had a chance to talk with second-year Logan High head coach Mitch Argyle about his upcoming game against Skyview. We talked a little bit first about his win. They come off that region opener win against Mountain Crest. They took care of the Mustangs pretty handily, and he said, yeah, you know, Mountain Crest is a big physical team this year, and I thought our team, the Grizzlies, were really scrappy and worked hard to get that win. He was pleased with the effort of his team. When I asked him about Skyview, he said, you know, they really like to work that thing inside and out, work that ball inside and out. They want to try some man defense against them, maybe eliminate that high-low game and put some pressure on the basketball. One thing he stressed, he said, we really have to put a whole game together. We have great quarters. We've had good halves, but we need to put a whole game together. And he felt like if they can put a whole game together, they could get the win here tonight. We'll see if they can put a whole game together against a really tough Skyview Bobcats team.
Say the word base. Say the word mess.
The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Wendy's of Cache Valley. It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Bring back what you have been missing. Palmer Home Furnishings. Our low overhead means higher quality at lower prices. Aspen Dental. Get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. Custom Fence Company. Privacy, security, peace of mind. Rich's Cars and Credit. Good guys you can trust. Anderson Seed and Garden. Growing better gardeners. The Logo Shop. We logo stuff. All kinds of stuff. KSM means music. Music is all we do. Factory Pizzeria, we're open late after the game. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station for over 30 years. Hello everyone and welcome to the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel tonight. We're in the Grizzly Den on the campus of Logan High School where the Logan Grizzlies play host to the Skyview Bobcats. I'm Eric Olson. I'll have the call for you here tonight in this region matchup. Logan comes into the ball game 9-5. Skyview 11-2, both 1-0 in region play. Logan beat Mountain Crest 48-35. Jordan Child leading the way in that game with 20 points. Argyle with 12. Skyview beat Barrier 59-42. Tanner Davis 17. Carter Davis 15. 10 3-pointers as a team for the Skyview Bobcats in that ball game. See if they shoot the ball with that level of accuracy in the game here tonight. Mitch Argyle, your head coach at Logan High, is in his second year. He's 17-20. Longtime coach Kirk Hilliard at the helm of the Skyview Bobcats, 13 years. Nearly a 70% winning percentage, 211-89 for Coach Hilliard. Getting ready for the national anthem here at the Grizzly Den. So we'll step aside for it as the pep band will perform it. The Logan High Pet Band sitting just behind and off to our right here, so I'm sure you'll hear them during the game. We mentioned Skyview's number 2 in 4A, only 2 losses. They lost to Murray, who's a 7-8 team, and you'd probably call that a bad loss. Their other loss, not so bad. They lose to 14-1 Olympus by 6. Olympus is number 2 in 5A. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. Tanner Davis, a 6'2 junior, 16 points per ball game is number 1. Carter Davis is a senior, 13 points per game. Another senior, Hayden Howell. He's 6 feet tall. He averages just under 10 points per ball game. He's a sharpshooter from deep. 6'5 senior and 6'4 senior. Logan Deal and Brooks Rigby round out the starting 5 for Kirk Hilliard's Skyview Bobcats. A lot of seniors on this team, 9 seniors. A lot of times in basketball, you don't see that many seniors, right? You might see 4 or 5. There are 9 on this Skyview team as they turn down the lights and get ready to introduce the Grizzlies. Carson Tuft averages 7 points per ball game. He's a 6-foot senior. Wears number 1. Jordan Child, he's the human pogo stick, the Energizer Bunny. 15 points a game. He's 6'5 junior. Jordan Child. Crew Kennington gets the start tonight. 2 points per ball game. 6 feet tall. Trying to put a little bit more muscle in there against the large lineup of Skyview. Jalen Argyle, coach's son, is another junior. 6'5", 8 points, 2 rebounds a game. And the main engine of this machine is Justin Anderson. Just under 18 points per ball game. He's a 6-foot senior. Jeff Omar Anderson, the former Aggie, is Justin's father. We'll see him here at the ball games. He was a heck of a ball player in his own right. Anderson is 7th in 4A and scoring, 6th in 3-pointers made. Carter Davis and Hayden Howell are tied for 3rd in 4A and threes with 30 apiece. Logan Deal, 3rd in 4A in rebounds. Carter Davis, 4th in 4A in steals, so the floor will be full of guys that are leaders in 4A. Mentioned Skyview number 2, Ridgeline is number 3 in the polls, and we can talk about RPI a little bit later as the new one came out over the weekend. Skyview's high in that one, as you can imagine. Howell in the corner, drives baseline. 3 on the way, and Skyview starting from hitting downtown as Tanner Davis lights it up from three-point range. Here come the Grizzlies breaking some pressure as Child looks for Kennington. Kennington sees Anderson streaking through, doesn't go to him. And now Argyle. Tuft holds out front. Kennington comes and gets it. Man defense, Kennington all the way in too hard, rebounded by Rigby. Here come the Bobcats already leading 3-0. Davis, 3, got it. Carter Davis hits a 3, so the Davis brothers have the range from downtown early. Argyle kicks it back to Anderson. Long two-pointer is blocked by Tanner Davis. Davis, left side, swoops in, he's fouled by Argyle. Skyview playing fast. And out to a 6-0 lead. We've played 1 minute and 9 seconds. Argyle picks up his first, and Davis will go to the free throw line for 2. And the first one dribbles off the front of the rim. Davis has 4 points as he hits 1 of 2, and it's a 7-0 early lead. And a block on Tanner Davis. This is what Coach Argyle talked to me about earlier when we had a chance to chat this morning. He was talking about the slow start they had against Box Elder and how they've got to get off to better starts, number one, and they've got to put together full quarters and a full ball game. They have yet to do that. At 9-5 and haven't yet put together a complete team. They could be pretty good as they turn the ball over. Howell comes up with it. Carter Davis fakes the 3, throws it out front, nearly stolen by Anderson. Howell, 3, too hard, rebounded by Deal. Deal puts it back up and in. Great position using that big body. It gets 2 more. It's 9-0 Logan. Or excuse me, Skyview. We've played 2 minutes, and Skyview already with the 9-point lead. They come out in man-to-man defense, do the Bobcats. Logan really has only taken 1 shot. They look down low to Child. Child works on Deal, spins in, misses. Put it back up, score it this time. Coach Argyle joked with me today about the rebounding of Child. He says, yeah, we teased him that a lot of those rebounds are his own, off of misses. And that's exactly what happened there. Here's Tuff taking away that rebound from Davis. Give to Argyle, hand it back to Kennington. Pulls through, Child too hard, no, it pops in. And Jordan Child with 4 quick points, and it's 9-5 Skyview. 5 minutes to play in this first period. Rigby, straightaway 3. Rims out, rebounded by Child. So Skyview hit their first 2 3-pointers, and they've missed their last 2 attempts. Child finds Anderson. Anderson, they build a wall. He loses the ball, gets it back. Child won't go, and he's fouled by Rigby.
Foul on Brooks Rigby, his first personal.
You can see as Anderson tried to drive in there, 3 Bobcats came over and just boom, they just made a wall in front of him, so he couldn't get in there, and he lost it, but Child was there to get the rebound, and he goes to the line and hits 1 of 2. Johnny on the spot, and Jordan on the spot. Jordan Child averaging 15 points per ball game. He's got 6 in the early going here. He's got all 6 of his team's points. And it's a 3-point ball game after a 9-0 run to start the game for Skyview. Logan put on a little run of their own, and they pulled back to within 3, 9-6. Here's Rigby, baseline fouled as Argyle steps out, puts too much hands on him. Argyle picks up his second. Parkinson will have to check in for Argyle. They don't give up a lot of height with Parkinson coming in. He's also 6'5". But Argyle just a little bit more stout. Here's the turnover. As Logan takes it away. Child again, stuck underneath, nowhere to go. Finds Anderson. Anderson, little teardrop won't go. Rebound by Skyview. And we head the other way at a 9-6 ball game. Deal steps through and one. Logan wants a travel. They want a travel and a hook as Parkinson comes into the ball game and gets a foul immediately. He stepped through and then he hooked his arm. Is what Logan thinks he did, but the officials say nope. And one for Logan Deal. Free throw up and good. So Deal now with 5 points, and it's back to a 12-6 ball game. Tuft gets inside, tries to find Child. It's out of bounds off Skyview. It was a nice look, but one of the Bobcats came over and quickly cut it off. Good recovery defensively for Skyview. Here's a steal for Davis. Here we go. Tanner Davis with the steal and the throwdown, 6 points for the 6'2 junior. Here's Davis with another steal. Back to back, he goes up hard and makes another one. 8 for Davis. Back to back steals and buckets, and Logan says that's enough. Mitch Argyle doesn't want to see any more as his team now down 10 as they've closed it to a 3-point gap. And a 7-0 run by Skyview widens that gap. The January clearance sales going on at Palmer's. They got to make room for all the new furniture arriving every single day. Yeah, there's no worry about supply chains or anything else like that at Palmer's. They order furniture made right here in America. Their warehouse is fully stocked, and they've got all sorts of great items on sale. Their January clearance Palmer Home Furnishings, the Game of the Week sponsor. So Skyview got off to a hot start, 9-0. Logan came back to 9-6, and now all of a sudden you blink and it's 16-6. Back-to-back steals by Tanner Davis. A dunk and a layup. In fact, Davis and Deal made this run. Anderson has it swatted out of there. Here comes Carter Davis. Has it knocked away by Jordan Child for the layup. Anderson gets inside and he kind of looked to the side just before he went up for the shot. And Carter Davis didn't go for that little look fake, and he swatted it away. Carter Davis, all of 6'4". 3 on the way, won't go. Sitabai, the littlest guy out there, comes down with the board. Tuft steps inside, nowhere to go as they double him up. Finally finds Kennington. Approaching 3 minutes to play as Jordan Child misses, gets his own rebound, hits the deck, puts it back up. Players from each team on the floor on that one, and no fouls called. The JV game got a little bit rough. We'll see how this one turns out. Zone, Howell busting it. That's a three-pointer for Hayden Howell. That's what he does. 19-6. Skyview with the offensive explosion. 2.5 to play in this first period. And Logan need to do something to try to stem this before it gets out of reach. Down low, Anderson, pump fake, put it in. Anderson with the score, and that's what he does. And it's 19-8. Deal lets the defense fly by, and Logan Deal with 7 points. 2 minutes to play in the first quarter, 21-8. 13-point lead for the visitors of Skyview. 3 3-pointers in this first quarter after 10 3-pointers in the last game for Skyview. Anderson way off the mark. Abai hits the deck, trying to dig this one out, and the possession arrow favors the Grizzlies.
Entering the game for the Skyview Bobcats.
Coach Argyle needs some beef in there. He's going to go to the sophomore, Reed Olson.
And for the Grizzlies, number 15,
Kendrick Terrell comes into the ball game for Skyview. So does Cole Hilliard. Tough back to Abai. Anderson, 3. Too hard. Rebound by Howell. Howell off to Carter Davis. Davis handed to Deal. He lets the defense go by again, and this time he's fouled before he can put the shot in. They're going to call it on Reed Olson. Fourth team foul for Logan. 2 on Skyview. Skyview, pretty good sized team. Ridgeline also a big team. It's going to be fun when these two teams play each other coming up here really soon. Here's Deal with a free throw. Skyview, 3 out of 4 from the free throw line and 1 more to come. Hit them both. 4 out of 5 for the Bobcats. 9 points for Logan Deal here in this first period. 23-8. Child down the lane, shut off. The ball into the corner to Abai. 3 won't go. Child taps the board to himself. He was fouled. They got it. Kendrick Terrell knew it too. He looked at the ref and then shook his head. Said, yeah, he had a hold of the Logan player's arm. Brand new shot clock, 1:15 on the game clock. Abai comes high post, feeds it out to Tuft. Now more of a zone look for Skyview as they played man early. Child leans in, too hard off the glass. Howell comes out with it. Under a minute to play in this first period, a high-scoring first period for the Bobcats. Davis misses, rebounded by Tuft. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Abai back out to Tuft. No shot for him as Terrell closes. Child down to Olson. Outside to Anderson. Anderson inside. Scoop it up. Won't go, and he'll go to the free throw line. He gets whacked across the head.
Foul on Carter Davis, his first personal.
Carter Davis picks up his first, and it's the 4th team foul on Skyview. So it's even in that respect. But the Grizzlies down by 15, 23-8, with 25 seconds to play in the first period. Justin Anderson with the free throw.
Number 45,
Brooks Rigby and Tanner Davis return. Carter Davis takes a seat, and Deal goes with him. Kirk Hilliard doesn't go very deep. He'll use 7, sometimes 8 players, unless when the game kind of gets a bigger gap in the score, he might go a little deeper, but a lot of those low post guys are interchangeable for this team. 23-10. Skyview with the big early lead over Logan. Howell, pull-up jumper. Look good, won't go. Rebounded by Child. 2 seconds, 1 second. Fire it at the hoop, and it won't go. 23-10, our score at the end of 1. Skyview all over the Grizzlies in Logan. Hey, when the ball game's over, if you're hungry and everything's closed, one place isn't. It's the Factory Pizzeria. Yeah, they're open late. Come on in. Come downstairs. It's in the basement below what used to be Gia's Restaurant, the Factory Pizzeria, a longtime sponsor of the Game of the Week. If you haven't tried that pizza, It's like really nothing you've ever tried. It's the crust that's the difference. The Factory Pizzeria Game of the Week sponsor. If you're planning on doing some car shopping, don't worry. You're not going to have to get yourself all dressed up with night vision goggles and black gear and go at night so pesky salesmen won't come out and bother you. You can go to the good folks at Rich's Cars and Credit. They won't hassle you. You can come anytime. Well, they won't. They're going to help you find the car that you're looking for and the car that you need. And they'll try to do it with a stress-free experience because that's what they want to do. Rich's Cars and Credit, Game of the Week sponsor. Bear River's at Ridgeline tonight. Green Canyon and Mountain Crest, the other region game. And in this one, it's 23-10, Skyview. A bye knocks it away. Can't come up with it. Skyview with 1 turnover on the evening. Logan with 3 as we start this second quarter. 3 3-pointers by the Bobcats in that first period helped get them going. Rigby turns, leaves it short. Argyle back in the game with 2 fouls. Gives it off to Child. Here's a bye. A bye, nice look underneath. Kennington puts it up and in. Easy does it.
2 for 2.
Kennington brings the Grizzlies back to within 11 at 23-12. Davis, lean in, miss, charge. So Tanner Davis picks up his second.
Personal 15th foul.
Carter Davis comes back in for him. And Logan Deal returns as well. Kendrick Terrell and Davis both sit down. See if the Grizzlies can chip away at this Skyview lead. The number 2 team in 4A behind only Dixie. Here's another steal, and it's still back. Anderson probably lucky that he didn't pick up a foul there. And they give it back again. 5 turnovers for Logan, 2 for Skyview. Long 3 won't go, but 3 free throws coming as Kennington jumps in to Carter Davis.
Foul on Crew Kennington, his first personal 15th foul.
And as a coach, that's the kind of play
Carter
that
Davis
makes you bite a hole in your cheek because you're chewing your gum so hard. Davis, you foul somebody on the toughest shot in basketball, the longest one, and then you give them 3 free throws.
Entering the game for the Grizzlies.
Lead back out to
number
13
12,
and
Will Perkins.
looking to make it 14. As Davis, as he's made 2 in a row, he's got 5 points. His brother has 8. Davis makes all 3. 14 total combined between Tanner and Carter Davis. 14 of the Skyview 26. Child looks for Anderson, finds him. Howell's going to check him. A bye. Child hands off to Anderson. Now it's Deal with him. Anderson raises and fires, won't go. Rebound on the floor. Finally picking it up is Hilliard. Down low to Deal, out of bounds. Off of Logan. Anderson got a hand on it. Tuft is going to come back into the ball game, and Anderson is going to get a rest. Justin Anderson with 4 points. 6:18 to play in the first half.
Entering the game for the Bobcats, number 23,
Seth Chambers will replace Hilliard. Chambers, a 5'11 senior, replacing Hilliard, who's also a 5'11 senior. Howell, baseline, nice little wraparound pass to Rigby. Put it up and in. These guys have played together for a long time, and it shows. 28-12, largest lead of the game for Skyview. Argyle's 3, too hard. Child chases it, can't get there. This Deal tracks it down. Carter Davis, Howell fakes the 3. Behind his back, Chambers into the paint. Davis straight away, 3 won't go. Rebound in there by Rigby. Put it up, put it in.
Rigby for 2.
Skyview doing what Skyview does, and that's jumping out on teams and just burying them early. It's 30-12. Skyview leading by 18 with 5:15 to play in the first half. Blocked, but Child will go to the line as they say he was fouled by Carter Davis.
Carter Davis,
his second.
16 foul.
So maybe the only negative you can
Jordan
find for
Child,
Skyview so far in this first half is that the Davis brothers have 2 fouls each. Jordan Child with 6 points in that first quarter. This is his first point of this second period.
Number 14, Kendrick Terrell, and number 12, Cole
So both
Hilliard.
Carter and Tanner Davis will sit. I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Hilliard keeps him on the bench the rest of the half, as long as Skyview can maintain his lead. Child misses the second. Kendrick Terrell back into the ball game for Davis. So Hilliard's in as well. Chambers asked for Rigby to come to him. Hilliard, 3, got it.
3-point basket by Cole Hilliard.
Kind of an unorthodox 3 motion, but he gives his team a 20-point lead at 33-13. 4:50 to play in the half. Tough tries to go baseline left side. Out front, Abai's got a look, doesn't take it. Jordan Child was alone under the basket. They didn't see him. Argyle reverses everybody, lobs it into Child. Child against 2 men, kicks it back out to Parkinson. Abai knocked away. Parkinson gets it back. 2 on the shot clock. Abai for 3, got it. Sid Abai with the 3-pointer. And the Grizzlies needed that, their first 3 of the ball game. See if they can string together some stops and maybe make this one interesting. Deal has it blocked by Argyle, gets it back. Argyle knocks it away, but Terrell is there. Terrell, Chambers, knocked away and taken away by Argyle. Argyle's going to take this one himself. He tries to go back inside to Child, who was setting a pick for him, and it wasn't there. Terrell with the layup attempt, and Parkinson picks up his second foul.
Foul on Will Parkinson, his second personal.
16 fouls apiece for these teams, so free throws the rest of the half. 3:46 to play in the half, and Terrell will go to the free throw line for his first free throw attempts of the game. He's yet to score. He misses the first.
Hayden Howell checking in for the Bobcats.
Hayden Howell comes back in. Skyview averaging 68 points per game. They give up 56. Logan scores 63 a game and gives up 55. Terrell misses them both. Rebound fought for, and Child comes up with it. Anderson back into the ball game. Straightaway 3 by Argyle, too hard. Rebound tracked down by Rigby. Howell. Rigby, turn, make it. Rigby showing some muscle there. He's got 6 points. 35-16 Skyview. Pretty much whatever the Bobcats are doing is working offensively. Shooting a very high percentage. They're getting a lot of looks inside, and they like to go inside out. It's working like a charm tonight. 4 seconds. Child turns, fires, hits.
Jordan Child for 2.
9 for Child. Terrell's got a guy behind him. He instead goes inside to Deal, who plows over one of the Grizzlies and then is knocked out of bounds.
Out of bounds, Grizzlies basketball.
They say it was Deal that got a hand on it.
Entering the game for the Grizzlies, number 21, Crew Kennington.
Deal was going for that rebound. I'm sure he couldn't believe he missed the little jumper. He plowed right over one of the Grizzlies. And it was a nice, easy step to the hoop, but he just rimmed it out. 2:20 to play in the half. 35-18. Child down low against Rigby. Goes up hard against him. Rigby's got great position. He wouldn't give it up. Argyle three. Straight away is good.
Jalen Argyle for three.
Argyle's first points of the ball game. 35-21. Give, go, throw down.
12 for two.
37-21 Skyview after the Kendrick Terrell dunk off the pretty play. 1:45 to play in the half. Tuft inside, puts it off the glass and in his first bucket.
In traffic.
14-point lead for Skyview. They've led by as many as 20. Terrell down low to Deal. They try to double him. He steps out of it. Terrell forces it in. It's knocked away by the Grizzlies, but Howell gets to it before the Grizzlies can. 17 on the shot clock. Chambers,
Timeout Bobcat.
before he can do anything with it, the whistle blows and the Bobcats call timeout. 15 on the shot clock, 1:16 to play in this first half. The Logo Shop can logo stuff. Yeah, all kinds of stuff. Hats, shirts, mugs, frisbees, blankets, sweatshirts. You name it, they logo at the Logo Shop at the Game of the Week sponsor. Let's talk about our good friends at Old Grist Mill. You know, with all this snow in the mountains, isn't it fun to go up and maybe sled or tube, go up skiing, go up snowmobiling? Stop at Old Grist Mill on your way, okay? They'll build you a custom sack lunch with a homemade sandwich, a drink, and a treat on the go. You don't have to worry about doing it at home because theirs is going to be great and homemade and at a reasonable price as well. Old Grist Mill, a Game of the Week sponsor. 1:16 to play here in this first half. Skyview in control, 37-23. Howell and Chambers play catch. Now Terrell comes out for it. Rigby. Terrell, baseline deal. Looking for Howell. Long three on the way at the shot clock. It won't go, and now a turnover. Boy, Anderson goes down. Howell goes down. They're going to call that on Anderson. He had nowhere to come down. Howell was right underneath him. Howell didn't step underneath him, you know, on purpose. He was just, they both came over and were there. Anderson caught it and turned and ran right over him. As Howell ran into him too. You see that go toward the offense a lot. And they give this one back to Skyview. Terrell, put it up and in.
Terrell for two.
Back to a 16-point lead. 10-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. And the Grizzlies trailing 39-23. There's another hand on a basketball. So many deflections. Kennington has nowhere to go with it. Gives it to Anderson, who has it knocked away. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Tuft fires up a three. Too hard. Rebound chased down in the corner by Rigby. Shot clock is off, and the Grizzlies with a chance to extend this lead out to 18 or 19 points. The Grizzlies, I meant the Bobcats. 7 seconds. Chambers gets inside, has it knocked away by Kennington. Then Kennington gives it away. Then Kennington gets it back. His shot at the buzzer won't count as the teams trade turnovers. 39-23, Skyview firmly in control of this one. As we head to the locker room, you're watching the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel.
Because they have beautiful selections of fresh flowers. They're family owned and been in business for a long time, and they make you feel like part of the family.
Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology.
At Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, we believe in a very thorough hearing test. Do you hear ringing noises? Does any member of your family have hearing loss? Do you have frequent or severe headaches? Any numbness in your face or fingertips? Do loud sounds hurt your ears? Were you in the military? Have you ever had your hearing tested before?
No, I have not.
Say the word mousetrap. Say the word baseball. Say the word airplane. Say the word cowboy. It also told us if you had a heart, I was able to make the words and you were still able to.
What are all the rest of the...
Okay.
Bring back what you've been missing. Bring back Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology.
Your password is password, and everything you own is gray, Mike.
I thought you liked Basic, Mike.
That was before I had Wendy's Made to Crave chicken sandwiches. Now I know I can do better than Basic.
Upgrade from Basic with 3 new sandwiches on Wendy's Made to Crave menu. The barbecue chicken sandwich, avocado BLT chicken sandwich, and the sauce and bacon chicken sandwich. At Wendy's, we got you.
I need to take a long drive at exactly the speed limit.
Water is always described as being tranquil. Then you dive in and you're just moving through it and you're ripping through it, and it's not tranquil at all. All I want to do with my life is to be a United States Navy fighter pilot. I can just see myself whizzing through the air, fly high and fly fast. That's what I want to do.
She really feels the call to serve our country, and she is going to do it regardless of what that requires of her.
Nothing motivates me more than when someone tells me that I can't do something.
Becoming a fighter pilot is something people might not expect a woman to do, but she does it anyway, and she doesn't care.
I feel like I gotta stick it to him. I gotta prove him wrong.
That really makes her a role model for other girls.
That's another stereotype broken by Wells Johnson.
Wells is the person that has the most grit, the most determination, the one that won't give up, that is very relentless.
It's like Teddy Roosevelt said, nothing in this world is worth having or worth doing unless it means effort, pain, and difficulty. Everything that I do with school and with sport, it's all been working towards this one thing. It's how I can use my gifts and talents to serve the world. I know that this is God's path for me. The sky is kind of like water, where it's tranquil and peaceful. And then up in a plane, tearing through the sky. I can just picture myself flying. I can see that so vividly.
The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Wendy's of Cache Valley. It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Bring back what you have been missing. Palmer Home Furnishings. Our low overhead means higher quality at lower prices. Aspen Dental. Get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. Custom Fence Company. Privacy, security, peace of mind. Rich's Cars and Credit. Good guys you can trust. Anderson Seed and Garden. Growing better gardeners. The Logo Shop. We logo stuff. All kinds of stuff. KSM means music. Music is all we do. Factory Pizzeria. We're open late after the game. And the Valley Channel. Cache Valley's TV station for over 30 years. We're back at the Grizzly Den on the campus of Logan High School. Eric Olson along with you as the Grizzlies and the Bobcats get ready for the second half. Skyview leads this one 39-23, and they just had a pretty dominant performance in that first half. I mean, they're on pace for 80. And you look at down the line, they had 5, 6, 7 different players score, but it's pretty spread out, right? Deal leads the way with 9 points, 8 for Tanner Davis. Carter Davis with 6. Those two guys sat for a good chunk of the second quarter with foul trouble. 3 for Hayden Howell, 6 for Brooks Rigby, 4 for Kendrick Terrell off the bench, and 3 for Cole Hilliard off the bench for 39 points. Logan led by Jordan Child with 9. 2 for Carson Tuff, 3 for Sidabai, Justin Anderson with 4, 3 for Jalen Argyle, and 2 for Crew Kennington. Skyview outscoring Logan 23-10 in that first period, and then outscoring them 16-13 in the second to take the 39-23 lead. They led by as many as 20. Logan had cut it back down to 11 a couple of times, and then Skyview just opened that lead right back up. They haven't been able really to deal with Skyview down low. Skyview's size really has given Logan some fits, and seeing this region, I really don't think that anybody has the size that Skyview does except for Ridgeline. Again, that's why that will be a great matchup. Skyview has them later this week. They're going to be at Ridgeline, and then Green Canyon will be next. Logan's got Green Canyon next, and then at Bear River. Had a couple of Aggies in the house tonight. I look down here down in front of me. It looks like Mike Larson's here, former Bobcat, former Ridgeline player heading to Utah State next year. Jackson Olson here as well. There's a few guys I've seen coming down catching the game. Here's a 3 by Argyle. It's a fadeaway, and he left it short. Gets his own rebound, gives it to Child. Anderson's got a good look, likes what he sees.
Justin Anderson from downtown.
Anderson now with 7, and it's a 39-26 ball game. Skyview on top by 13 as they run a motion offense. Logan chases in that man defense and a turnover, as the man that was coming through on that baseline got hung up, and the pass was on the way, but the player wasn't there. Anderson cuts through. Tuff takes the handoff instead from Argyle, and they restart. They can't find Kennington cutting through. Oh, so out front to Tuff. He gives off to Anderson. Kennington tries the bounce pass to Child. He loses it, gets it back, scored and won. A late whistle. Jordan Child with 11. And a chance to make it a 10-point ball game. Free throw up, no good by Child, rebounded by Davis, Carter Davis. The foul was on Hayden Howell, it was his first. It's an 11-point game. As Logan comes out of the locker room hot, Tanner Davis says that's about enough of that. Double figures for Tanner Davis with 10. 40-28. Skyview. 6:20 to play in the third period. Argyle was the intended, and that pass was knocked down and taken away by Rigby. 7 turnovers now for Logan. Deal has it knocked away, gets it back. Child blocks it again, and I think Argyle's going to pick up number 3. The official didn't call a lot of contact on the first one. He didn't call it, and he did on the second one. And Argyle picks up his 3rd. So is Coach Mitch Argyle going to go to the bench? Or is he going to let Jalen Argyle try to play through it with 6:07 to play in the 3rd? Deal hits the free throw. Eight out of 10 from the free throw line for Skyview tonight. 5 for 7 for Logan. So pretty even in that category. It was Skyview had 8, Logan had 7 before that last trip. The shot from Logan won't go. 42-28. 3 on the way. Rims around and out knocked out of there by Rigby. We're going the other way. Argyle and Deal both hit the deck. Deal steps over Argyle. Thinks that Argyle grabbed his foot. He may have. Deal talking to the official about it on the way down. Trying to hand the official a wrapper or a piece of plastic or something that was on the floor. They stopped play because the official turned away as Deal tried to hand it to him and ended up on the floor. Back to a 14-point lead for the Bobcats. As Logan had closed it to 11. Down low they go to Child. Child starts left, comes back right. Kennington decides not to shoot it. Gives it to Child. Child works in, puts it up and in.
Jordan Child for two.
Jordan Child, the junior, turning into a pretty good little ball player. He's skinny, but not afraid to mix it up in there. 13 points for Child. 42-30 for Skyview. Argyle needs to be careful with those 3 fouls. They call the foul this time, I think, on Jordan Child. They do. They went to double the post. Child picked up his first. Watch the Logan defense, make sure they don't overhelp when it goes down low. Davis, 3, won't go. Tanner Davis picks it up. It's blocked by Child. Rebounded by Deal, and a foul called on the floor. It's going to be Davis or Argyle. Let's see. Or Anderson or Argyle. It's Argyle, and it's his third. Excuse me, fourth. And now here comes Parkinson, and Argyle is going to make the slow walk to the bench. Third team foul on Logan. 1 for Skyview. 3 on the way. Too hard. Crew Kennington comes in for the board and throws it away on the bounce pass travel by Davis. They try to get that outlet pass to Kennington. It was just kind of a lazy pass, and you cannot be timid or lazy with the basketball around Skyview. They are so long. I mean, even Howell, 6 feet tall. As you look at him out there, his wingspan is about 8 feet. Well, maybe not that much, but still, he's got long arms. Abai back to Parkinson. Parkinson tries to thread the needle, and they say it was touched by Carter Davis and out of bounds. Still a 12-point game, 42-30. Skyview. Logan trying to get it back to 10 or even closer than that for the first time in a while. Child turns inside, he loses it. They say he was fouled. Looks like it's going to be on Rigby. Nope, Howell. Howell picks up 2 here in the third period. Not even midway through this third period, he's got 2 fouls. On the inbounds play, Child has it swatted out of there by Tanner Davis. Carter Davis. Charge. Boy, the official did not even hesitate on that call. He blew that whistle and called it right as contact took place. I'm sure that's what Coach Hilliard's saying. Hey, you're kind of anticipating that one, aren't you? The official was sure about that one. That's a tough call. The hardest call in basketball, the charge and the block. Tuft turns it over. Howell got late with a little push on the baseline. And now Davis has just picked up foul number 4. That is something to keep an eye on. He'll have to go to the bench. And Hilliard will come in for him. So Argyle sits with 4. Carter Davis sits with 4. Davis had it stolen from him. He was trying to get it back and he fouled. Ball kicked by Howell. Parkinson. Skyview extends that defense out. Switching man look for him now as we're under 4 minutes. 42-30, we've been stuck on that as the game's gotten a little ragged here. Child. Looks to the corner with the no-look pass, and Tanner Davis says, I don't care where you're looking, I'm taking it. Davis and one as he swoops in and runs into one of the cheerleaders.
Foul on Jordan Child, his second personal.
Child picks up his second. Lightning quick for Davis.
Tanner Davis shooting for the Bobcats.
As he jumps in there and scores. And he'll go to the line to try to push the lead back out to 15. Stays at 14. And Parkinson has it knocked away, but Child comes up with it. Anderson, boy, they all collapse when they see him. He tries to thread it into Child. Child runs into Howell, puts it up too hard, chases his own rebound, and a foul call. That might be Howell's third. The game getting very physical. Skyview plays a physical brand. They do a lot of reaching and swiping at the basketball as well defensively. That's not what they're getting called for, though. A lot of these have been body contact here in this half. 5 fouls on Skyview, 4 on Logan as Kendrick Terrell comes into the ballgame. Down low, they look for Parkinson, throw it away.
Out of bounds.
Anderson struggling tonight. And he knows that he kind of slaps his hands together and backs up. He's got 7 points. He averages almost 18. Here's a bye with a near takeaway. Anderson steals it. Parkinson. 8 turnovers now for Skyview. 44-30. Anderson calling out the play. Parkinson down low to Child. Back out to Parkinson. Hand off to Anderson. Tries to lob it into Child. Child goes to get it, turns, lets the defense go by and scores it. So Anderson's having a tough game, but Child is picking up the slack. He's got 15 right on his average. Terrell to Rigby. Swoop in and score from the right side.
Timeout Bobcat.
Timeout Skyview. They lead 46-32. 2:10 to play in this third period. Hey, KSM Music is one of our game sponsors. KSM Music is all that they do. No groceries, no toys, limited clothing. You know, maybe those cool t-shirts with the bands on the front. Music is in their name. KSM means music. What about Who Hot? Have you ever been to Who Hot? If you can't decide, you ever have that where you go get in the car with your significant other, your family, and hey, where should we go eat? I don't know, what do you want? I don't know, what do you want? And you play that game for the first, 2 miles on your way into Logan. Well, go to Who Hot. If you don't know what you want, go to Who Hot because you can make it your way. You can have it the way you want it at Who Hot. Lots of meat, no gluten, low carb, vegetarian. You pick out what you want on it, you hand it to the guys, they cook it all up there for you. And the great thing is you can have as much as you want. That's at Who Hot, a Game of the Week sponsor. (46-32), 14-point lead for Skyview. They've led by as many as 20, and now they bring some full court pressure. They're going to back out of it. Hilliard will pick up a bye near midcourt. Anderson with 7 points. Skyview's done a good job on him. Down low they go to Parkinson. Hand it off to Tuff. Runs right over one of the Bobcats, and they call a foul on Skyview. And that's going to be on Tanner Davis, his third. So Howell and Tanner Davis with 3. Carter Davis on the bench with 4. Anderson backing it out. It's a much bigger deal out. Checking him. They've got that switching man defense going. Whoever picks up Anderson is somebody with a lot of reach, and they cannot get a favorable matchup as Skyview's gone pretty big out there. Tough 3 from the corner. Rims out. Rebounded by Deal. Skyview goes 6'4", 6'5", 6'2", 6'3", and Hilliard, the little guy, at 5'11". Foul on the pass from Terrell down inside, and it's going to be on Kennington. Kennington picks up his second.
Second personal, 15 foul.
That's 5 team fouls now on Logan.
Number 11, Jordan
Child got a little bit of a rest now. He comes back in. Davis out front to Hilliard. Back to Davis. Skip pass to Terrell. Baseline, they go to Deal. Deal up, under, in. Logan Deal with 12. Logan's outscored Skyview 9-8 in this period, but Skyview still leads. Pretty big. Ball tapped away by Hilliard. Tuft gets it back. 17 on the shot clock. Tuft has to save it in bounds. Here's Anderson with a little scoop shot, and it goes. Anderson now with 9. 14-point lead for Skyview. Shot clock is off. Cross-court pass. Hilliard's got a good look. Likes what he sees. Cole Hilliard's come off the bench to hit 2 3-pointers. One in the second, one in the third. 51-34. 17-point lead for Skyview. 4 seconds. Down to 2. Anderson to Parkinson. Put it up and count it. Right at the buzzer, Parkinson gets a bucket. But Skyview still the big lead. 51-36. You're watching the game of the week on the Valley Channel. Custom Fence is a game of the week sponsor. It's kind of weird to think about fencing at this time of year with, you know, frozen ground and snow and everything else. But it's not too early to start thinking about spring and start planning your fence project for next year. Go to Custom Fence, let them help you. They'll supply good advice and the right materials to help you do it right. Wendy's, one of our Game of the Week sponsors as well. You know, in the big wars for fries and breakfast sandwiches, there's plenty of places to choose from, right? But you can go and get both at Wendy's, and they're just kind of flying under the radar with some of those things. Everybody talks about, one place's fries, and they're good, but Wendy's new fries are something else. You should go give them a try. And if you want something a little different with their breakfast sandwiches, that's worth it as well. Wendy's, a Game of the Week sponsor. Well, we head to the fourth quarter. Skyview leading 51-36. Logan actually won the third quarter, 13-10. Got as close as 11, but Skyview just kept them at arm's length. Both the Davis boys sitting on the bench with some foul trouble. Hayden Howell back in the ball game now, and a walk by Kendrick Terrell as he turns the quarter. That's 9 turnovers, and here comes Tanner Davis with 3 fouls. Carter Davis has 4. Carter Davis spent a lot of that third quarter on the bench. Tuft takes the pass from Anderson. Anderson down to Child, who's been the guy for Logan tonight. Takes it away from Chambers off the miss and puts it back in.
Jordan Child for 2.
17 for Jordan Child. He's got 8 of them here in the second half. 51-38. Nice entry pass, but Deal has trouble with it and loses it out of bounds. Deal was kind of rolling just as that pass came in. The pass was in a good spot, but Deal was kind of moving as he was trying to take it with him and lost it off his fingers and out of bounds. 7 minutes to play in the ball game. Logan trying to make a move here. Down they go to Child. Out front, Parkinson's got an open look. He's got a 3. Parkinson with 5. And it's a 10-point ball game, 51-41. Skyview still on top. They opened the game with a 9-0 burst. Here's Davis down the lane. Ball knocked away and fouled. Free throws the rest of the game for Skyview.
Foul on Crew Kennington.
Kennington
His third personal,
reached
16
in,
foul.
and he picked up his third.
Tanner Davis shooting
Davis
for the Bobcats.
goes to the free throw line. He's 1 for 3 from the line tonight. He hits this one.
Entering the game for the Grizzlies, number 32, Jalen Argyle.
11 for Davis. Jalen Argyle back into the ball game, and Crew Kennington will hit the bench. They try to go a little bit bigger with Parkinson and Argyle in there at the same time. Davis misses the second. And with 6.5 to play, it's a 52-41 Skyview lead. Logan looking to cut it to single digits for the first time in a long time. 3 on the way, Argyle won't go. Rebound by Child. Knocked out of bounds, and he gets it pass off to Tuft. Here's Anderson, back out to Parkinson. Anderson, straightaway 3, yes! Timeout, Skyview. No, Grizzlies take the timeout. And it's an 8-point ball game at 52-44 with 6:05 to play. Something brewing here at the Grizzly Den. The Bobcats have been able to answer every Logan run this evening and push that lead back out. We'll see if they can do it at least one more time. Anderson Seed and Garden, one of our Game of the Week sponsors. If you're wondering what the right time is to do anything out in your garden, Mark knows the perfect time, and he'll help you take care of your yard and garden. Visit their website, andersonseedandgarden.com. Tons of videos, pictures, and helpful hints. And you can order all your gardening supplies there too. Again, get ready for spring. It's coming. It's just a few weeks down the road. Okay, a couple of months, but still. Be ready. Anderson Seed and Garden, a Game of the Week sponsor. 6 minutes to play in an 8-point ball game as things starting to get a little more interesting here at the Grizzly Den. Howell off the curl. Short. Rebound on the ground. Picked up by Anderson. Anderson with Davis in front of him. Anderson makes it a 6-point game. And just like that, Anderson has 14 points. 52-46. A 10-1 run to open this third quarter. Nice backdoor cut by Hayden Howell. He gets the pass and puts it up and in. Howell with his first bucket since the first quarter. He has 5. Parkinson off the curl. Argyle doesn't give it to him. Looking for some secondary action. Anderson. See if he asserts himself a little bit more in an 8-point ball game. Anderson looking to drive. Gets inside. Blocked by Davis. Ball's free and Tuft has it. Parkinson. Child. Bucket. 19 for Jordan Child. 54-48 Skyview. As Logan keeps the pressure on. Here's Howell again, 3 on the way. Won't go, rebound fought for, and Parkinson has it. Argyle kept it alive. And Parkinson came up with it. Looked like Argyle may have been over the back. That would have been his 5th foul. Argyle loses it, gets it back. Child against Davis. Blocked by Davis, Tanner Davis. Argyle knocked away, still free, and Tanner Davis comes up with it on the turnover. 10 turnovers for the Grizzlies. Howell to the rim, and 1. Parkinson picks up the foul. Parkinson's 3rd. No, they changed the call. The officials talk about it, and they changed the call. That's 4 on Howell. Oh my. So still a 6-point ball game. Howell picks up his 4th. Carter Davis has 4. Tanner Davis with 3. The Grizzlies down by 6. making a game of it. They trailed by as many as 20 in this ball game. Kennington underneath, Tuft, put it up, score it, and one. Tanner Davis just picked up his fourth. And Tuft at the line with a chance to cut it to a one-possession ball game. He can cut it down to 3 with 3:48 to play in the ball game. Tuft misses. Big miss and a rebound by Rigby. Tanner Davis walks it up, hands it off to Carter Davis. Down to Rigby. Rigby fouled. That's it for Argyle. Argyle trying to draw the charge. They said nope.
17 foul. Brooks Rigby shooting for the Bobcats.
13 fouls on the game for Logan. 14 for Skyview, so pretty even. And 2 free throws coming for Rigby, who goes to the line for the first time tonight, and his team leading by 4. And the other bench has all the momentum, and he puts this one in to put Skyview back up by 5. Still a lot of time in this ball game. Rigby hits them both. Steps in, one dribble, puts it to bed, and it's back out to a 6-point lead for the Bobcats. They've led by as many as 20, and Logan's come storming back here in this fourth quarter. Aspen Dental has 1 goal, and that is for you to feel completely comfortable in their office. Come on in and find out what personalized dentistry means. It means whatever it means. Aspen Dental does it right, because patients just keep on coming back to Aspen Dental, a Game of the Week sponsor. Now, while we're at it, take care of your teeth, take care of your ears, take care of your hearing. You know, we don't always do that. As kids, we go to concerts, we like loud noises and everything else as we're younger, but as we get older, we might find ourselves starting to have hearing problems, and choosing a hearing pro is a huge decision. The hearing aids aren't prescribed like glasses, so the proper hearing aid recommendation and fitting depends on the professional taking care of you. And Dr. Paul Daines at Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology is the professional that you want to be taking care of any hearing issues that you may have. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, a Game of the Week sponsor. 3.5 to play in a 6-point ball game. Logan clawing their way back in. Is it 3? No, it's not. Parkinson with the offensive rebound. Anderson missed the 3, gets it back, looks for Kennington. Kennington in the paint, back to Anderson. Deal is there to check him. Tuft trying to get around Howell. Howell playing with 4 fouls. Here's the backdoor cut by Anderson. He trips, tries to knock it out to one of his teammates, and instead it's the 11th turnover of the night. You got 3 players out there with 4 fouls for Skyview. I think if you were Logan, you might want to try to attack those guys. Here's Rigby, baseline, out front. Carter Davis, rims out. Deal has it blocked by Parkinson. Skyview fans want to foul. The Logan fans are applauding the D. 2.5 to play in the ball game. Tuft trying to find a teammate. Everybody's just standing looking at him, and he ends up throwing it away. 2:20 to play in a 6-point game. The clock on the side of the Bobcats. Underneath, Rigby put it up and in. Back to an 8-point ball game. (14-7). Logan has outscored Skyview in this fourth quarter, but Skyview kind of riding their offensive ship and playing a little bit of defense here. And defense without fouling. Again, you got 3 players with 4 fouls on the court for Skyview. And there's number 5 for Howell on the offensive foul. Out there for everybody to see. He put a hip into Anderson and knocked him down. It wasn't the hip. He led with the hip, and then he was kind of coming around with his shoulder as well, and it made it look like he's throwing an elbow. He wasn't throwing like a "I'm going to hurt you" elbow, but he came through and he cleared through with it. And out there right in the middle of the floor, and the official caught it. Should be free throws if that's the 7th foul. That's an offensive foul and a turnover. That's the 11th turnover for Skyview. Logan with 12. Kirk Hilliard's taken the entire minute that he has to put a player out on the floor, and he tells Cole Hilliard to get in the ball game. No, it's not 1-1 on the offensive foul. Both teams with free throws for the rest of the way. 1:40 to play in an 8-point game. Logan's got to get a couple of buckets. One more stop by the Bobcats, and they can pretty much put this one in the win column. Skyview throwing a zone on the Grizzlies now. 7 on the shot clock. Tuft has it blocked away by Deal, and that'll probably just about do it. Crazier things have happened. But Child has to try to go for the steal, and instead he fouls Davis. And Tanner Davis goes to the free throw line. 8th team foul.
Tanner Davis shooting for the Bobcats.
Child with his 3rd foul. So the Grizzlies got it down to 4, but they could never get any closer. And the free throw line has been Skyview's friend in this 4th quarter. That's their 4th free throw. They've made 4 of 4 in this 4th quarter. They've only hit 2 field goals. Meanwhile, Logan's hit 2 3-pointers, made 4 field goals, and missed a free throw that would have cut it to a 3-point game. Not a lot of free throws in this ball game. Not many in the second half. Skyview, this next free throw coming up will be their 5th of the quarter. They've shot 8 free throws here in the second half. Logan shot 2 free throws. They were pretty even there in that first half. It was 8-6 on the free throws for Skyview there in that first half. So not a huge discrepancy for those. And now, Logan's having to foul here down the stretch. Last scores we had, Bear River and Ridgeline at the half was a 10-point game. Ridgeline was leading at 33-23, and Mountain Crest was leading Green Canyon at the half, 27-23. One more free throw coming for Tanner Davis. 13 for Tanner Davis. And it's a 10-point ball game. This looks a lot like the JV game. That JV game got close late, and then Skyview pulled away. Kennington, too hard. Child rebounds. And about one more possession is all for. See if Skyview or Logan tries to foul. Deal misses. Child there. Deal misses again. Child gets a hand on it, and then he fouls Deal and makes him go to the free throw line. Deal's just padding his rebounding stats now. It's 3 rebounds on one possession. Well, it ended up being a good ball game. Skyview looked like they were going to run away and hide. They got up by 20. Logan kept chipping at it, then had a hot start to the 4th quarter, got it down to 4 points. Stayed around 6 for most of this 4th period, and now the Bobcats have been putting it away at the free throw line. Deal with 13, looking for one more. Deal hits them both. Skyview a perfect 7 for 7 in this 4th quarter. Child put it up and in. Child's got 21. Let's check and make sure on that number. Yep, 21 for Child. He'll lead all scorers on the evening. The Grizzlies call timeout. They trail by 10 with under a minute to play. You look at Region 11, Skyview, if they hang on to win here, will go to 2-0. Logan will fall to 1-1. Ridgeline was 1-0 coming into tonight. Bear River 0-1. Mountain Crest and Green Canyon 0-1. On the RPI, the newest RPI for playoff standings and seedings, Skyview number 1 in 4A in the RPI. Dixie right behind him at number 2. Ridgeline 3rd. Desert Hills number 4 and Bear River 5th. Layton Christian Academy is 6th. Snow Canyon, Crimson Cliffs, and Logan and Cedar round out the top 10 with Mountain Crest, Green Canyon, Hurricane, and Pineview at 11, 12, 13, and 14. The top 8 get a home game. The top 2 get a bye until they get into those quarters, and then the rest of the games are played at Utah State, right up the road here with the rest of the playoffs. Terrell's going to hold it. Shot clock is off. 10-point ball game. Skyview just going to try to move the ball. Rigby, they aren't looking for a shot. And Logan's not really fouling. Abai takes it away, gets it to Child. Child with a Euro step, misses, rebounded by Davis, and that'll do it. 62-52. Logan fought hard, but Skyview just too much for the Grizzlies, and Skyview improves to 12-2 and 2-0 in region play. The Bobcats looking like they're going to be tough to beat. Thursday, January 26th, we got Ridgeline right here at Logan in our next game. Thanks for joining us. We hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time on the Valley Channel. The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Wendy's of Cache Valley. It's way better than fast food. It's Wendy's. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Bring back what you have been missing. Palmer Home Furnishings. Our low overhead means higher quality at lower prices. Aspen Dental. Get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. Custom Fence Company. Privacy, security, peace of mind. Rich's Cars and Credit. Good guys you can trust. Anderson Seed and Garden. Growing better gardeners. The Logo Shop. We logo stuff. All kinds of stuff. KSM means music. Music is all we do. Factory Pizzeria. We're open late after the game. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station for over 30 years.